You are here today because you were meant to hear something that did not happen by accident. There are powerful moments in life when the heart becomes quiet and slowly fills with doubt. Yet deep inside you, in that peaceful place where your real truth lives, you have already felt the answer. This is one of those important moments. What you are about to hear is not ordinary information or empty words. It is a direct and meaningful response to the questions you have been quietly asking the universe for many days, perhaps even for weeks, in the silent moments of your thoughts. Today, you are reaching the place where your deepest feelings finally meet the reality you have been waiting for. I know you have felt a connection that goes beyond logic or simple explanation. If you want to know the full truth about this person's real feelings for you, hit like right now. You have sensed a powerful attraction and a deep bond with someone that cannot easily be explained with ordinary words. There were times when you believed this was only an illusion, a wish created by your heart, or a dream that helped you escape loneliness. But today, I want to tell you something with complete confidence. The love you have felt, the strong energy that moves through you whenever you think about this person, and the strange feeling that you have known them forever, are not products of your imagination. They are not coincidences, and they are not stories you have created in your own mind. There have been clear and meaningful signs appearing throughout your life, gently pointing toward a truth you may have been afraid to accept because you feared getting hurt. Today, you will begin to understand why this person truly loves you, even if their actions seem different at the moment. Your doubts will slowly disappear as you recognize the proof that already exists within your own soul. It does not matter if you have recently felt a heavy feeling in your heart, or if this person has become quieter, colder, or more distant. I want you to understand that this silence is an important part of the message. Even though it feels painful and confusing now, when the universe brings two souls together, it does so in a way your heart recognizes long before your mind can fully understand it. That is why you are still here today. You are searching for confirmation that comes from something much deeper than ordinary human words. Sometimes we try too hard to explain emotions that were never meant to be understood by the mind alone. They are meant to be felt through a higher level of awareness. What you are feeling is not madness, not anxiety, and not unhealthy attachment, even if you sometimes worry that it is. You are simply moving through the process that often comes before experiencing a love that is greater than ordinary relationships. It is a love that reaches beyond surface-level connections and touches something much deeper. Right now, you are witnessing the beginning of a deep recognition between two souls that chose one another long before this lifetime. There is something important the universe wants you to understand today. Your doubts do not come from this person's lack of love. They come from old emotional wounds inside you that have never completely healed. When someone carrying true love enters your life with an energy that changes your balance and with eyes that seem to look directly into your soul, old pain begins to rise again. Your inner defenses naturally react to something that feels unfamiliar. The soul recognizes the other person immediately, almost like meeting its own reflection, someone who is meant to help it grow. But the mind, trained by past pain to protect itself, begins building walls of fear, doubt, and denial. That is why you have spent so many nights awake, asking yourself whether this love is real, whether the other person feels the same, or whether you are simply believing in something that cannot be seen clearly. Comment 111 if you have been feeling a deep soul connection with someone recently. Even when you decide to walk away, close your heart, ignore the feelings, or forget everything, the same pattern keeps returning. Something gentle, but incredibly powerful, always seems to pull you back. This force is not pride, emotional dependence, or stubborn hope. It is the shared energy of two souls that the universe has quietly brought together beyond logic, beyond words, and beyond human understanding. You have asked for signs many times. You have looked toward the sky or closed your eyes hoping for clear confirmation. Even though many signs have appeared, they often felt too small to trust completely. But today, you will begin to realize that every little detail carries meaning. The glance that quickly turned away when it became too revealing, the simple message that held a deeper meaning, and the way your energy changes whenever this person is near, or even when they simply enter your thoughts. All of these things matter more than you realize. True love that grows from a spiritual connection does not always announce itself through dramatic words or grand gestures. Very often, especially in the beginning, it speaks through silence. Sometimes that silence carries more meaning than the words, "I love you." It appears through small actions that may seem ordinary, but secretly hold deep love that has not yet found the courage to speak. Type yes if you want me to reveal the undeniable signs that this love is real. Today, life wants you to understand something important. This person is not uncertain about their feelings for you. The uncertainty has been inside you. Not because you are weak, but because this love entered your life while you were still learning how to stand firmly on your own. Its strength frightened you. When someone carrying the energy of true love enters your world, they do not arrive to hurt you. They come to awaken you, heal you, guide you inward, and help you question everything you once believed about love and connection. This inner transformation can feel frightening, but that fear is not created by the absence of love. It is created by the powerful change that true love brings into your life. This person looks at you, even from a distance, with a kindness they cannot fully hide, with natural respect, and with a softness that only exists when the heart has already made its choice in silence. I know there was a time, perhaps not long ago, when you believed this person was leaving forever. Their silence made you think they no longer cared, and their distance convinced you that their feelings had disappeared. But the universe did not bring you here simply to give you another disappointment or another painful story. When a connection is guided by something greater than ourselves, it does not break because of temporary confusion or silence. What is truly meant for you continues to exist through unanswered messages, difficult moments, and even through the times when doubt seems stronger than faith. So why does everything feel so confusing if the connection is real? Because true love does not come into your life to leave you unchanged. It comes to transform you. It removes old illusions, teaches patience, strengthens trust, and helps you believe in what cannot yet be seen. This chaos is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that you are growing. Something old inside you is slowly falling away, so that something much more real can finally take its place. One day, when the silence comes to an end and the distance disappears, you will look back and realize that every moment of uncertainty was preparing you for the depth of love you were always meant to receive. The answer you have been searching for has never existed outside of you. It has always lived within the quiet struggle between your logical mind and your deepest inner truth. If you are ready to receive this understanding, then keep listening with an open heart. The reason you feel so confused, even while your soul already seems to know the truth, comes from the oldest conflict of all, the constant struggle between the limited thinking of the ego and the endless wisdom of your true self. This confusion and inner chaos, which sometimes make you feel as though you are imagining everything, are simply the result of your mind trying to understand something that it cannot fully explain or control. And yet, despite all the doubt and despite all the questions, something within you continues to recognize, continues to feel, and continues to return to the same truth again and again. It is something that does not fit into the old ideas about love that you have carried for so long. Your ego is the part of you shaped by fear, past pain, and self-protection. It follows one simple rule: to keep you safe from danger. When this connection entered your life, your ego immediately saw it as a threat. Why? Because real love, the kind that comes from the soul, asks you to open completely, to be emotionally vulnerable, and to surrender without hiding behind expectations. Your ego, still carrying the marks of old wounds, keeps shouting for you to be careful. It tells you that this feels too good to be true and that it will only end in pain. It urges you to run now or protect yourself before your heart gets hurt again. From this moment forward, you must learn to recognize the difference between these two voices. One is the loud and anxious voice of the ego, while the other is the quiet, steady whisper of your intuition. The doubts created by the ego always feel urgent, empty, and full of fear. They show up as tightness in your stomach and as the constant need to check your phone again and again, searching for proof that everything is okay. The ego says that if they do not call right now, it means they do not care. Or if they do not say exactly what you hope to hear, it must mean they are pulling away. It carries a heavy and exhausting energy that slowly drains your peace. The voice of your intuition and the wisdom of your soul are completely different. They feel like a deep sense of calm, like a quiet knowing that remains even when doubts appear. Even when your mind tells you this person is gone, there is still a peaceful truth inside your heart, whispering that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust the process, because this calm beneath the storm is one of the clearest signs that what you feel is real and aligned with your highest path. When you experience this peace, you begin to understand that you are not fooling yourself. You are touching something honest, meaningful, and true. This inner conflict is what has caused you to question whether this connection is real. Look back at your emotional past. If you have ever been betrayed or abandoned, your ego naturally projects that old pain onto the present. It believes that even this person, no matter how pure the connection feels, will eventually hurt you in the same way. The truth is that you are not really doubting their love. You are doubting your own ability to hold a love this deep without falling apart. And that is exactly the lesson you are here to learn. The universe has placed this person and this powerful connection in your life so that you can finally face your deepest fears. What you are feeling is not here only to bring love into your life. It has also come to move you beyond your comfort zone, challenge your limits, and make you question everything you once believed about love and about your own worth. This love has arrived to lift you into a higher level of awareness, where you no longer settle for small pieces of affection. Instead, you begin to accept the complete love that your soul has always deserved. Every time your ego tries to sabotage this connection, it is actually giving you another chance to heal an old wound. When fear and doubt rise to the surface, it does not mean love is disappearing. It simply means an old pain is returning, so it can finally be released. If you panic, you feed that fear. But if you remain calm and recognize it for what it truly is, you take away its power. Your connection becomes like a bright light, clearing your energy and preparing you to receive something even greater. And remember, no matter how hard you try to walk away, and no matter how many times you force yourself to let go, something inside you always pulls you back. This force is not a chain holding you down. It is the shared vibration of two souls who are meant to meet in this lifetime. Its pull is so powerful that even when you try to silence it with logic or fight against it with your ego, it remains like an invisible magnet, gently reminding you of home. But one important question still remains. If your souls know each other so clearly and the connection is so strong, why does the other person seem so quiet or distant? The answer lies in the deep energy that is created when two intense souls meet. You must understand that this person is not simply your partner. They are your strongest mirror. Their arrival awakened everything inside you that still needed healing. Just as you were deeply affected, they were too. This connection is so deep and pure that it touches the most sensitive parts of your unhealed wounds. For the human mind, which always wants control, this can feel frightening. So the distance you experience is not rejection, it is self-protection from the powerful emotions that your presence awakens inside their heart. In this kind of connection, people often speak about the runner and the chaser. The runner, often the person you love, is not really running away from you. They are running from themselves and from the overwhelming depth of the love they feel. They pull away because their emotions become so intense that they fear they are not enough. They fear damaging something precious. They fear losing control, losing their identity, or surrendering completely. These fears are often shaped by old wounds of rejection and abandonment that once made them silently promise never to fall into a love that could break them again. That is why their silence is not a sign that they do not care. It is a pause, a time they need to organize the emotional storm that your presence has awakened within them. Your role is often the chaser, even if only in your energy. When you feel the distance, your ego becomes afraid. You want to reach out, explain yourself, fix the situation, and prove your love. But this pattern of running and chasing repeats in cycles and only makes the distance feel even greater. The more you chase, the stronger the other person feels the need to run. This is where one of the most powerful spiritual laws appears, and also one of the hardest to accept. The law of letting go in order to draw closer. The universe does not want you to suffer while you wait. Instead, it wants you to use this time to return to yourself and continue healing. The runner can only return when they feel that you no longer need them in order to feel complete. This carries a very clear, energetic message. As long as you chase their presence, they will continue to run. But when you choose yourself and stand confidently in your own light, the balance begins to change. When you stop chasing, turn back toward your own life, and begin shining for yourself, the runner feels that change. The pressure disappears. The space becomes safe. Slowly, an inner pull begins guiding them back toward you. This pause between you is not a punishment. It is one of the greatest forms of alignment the universe can offer. You are separated for a time so that each of you can heal in your own way. The source clears fear, heals old wounds, and brings order to what now feels like chaos. It does this so that your reunion will not be built on need, attachment, or fear, but on strength, wholeness, and the conscious choice of two complete souls freely choosing one another. When you focus on your personal growth and inner peace, you break the cord of fear that once held you back. Share this message so others can also receive this confirmation from the universe. By doing so, you send a message that you trust your path, trust your worth, and know that what is truly meant for you will always find its way back. Not through chasing, but through natural alignment. This is the only way to end the cycle of running and chasing. The one you love will not return because you pushed harder. They will be drawn back by your peace, your strength, and your renewed energy. Understand that this distance has no power to destroy what destiny intends to unite.